Facebook. I don't own the rights to that music playing in the background. It's Blues Traveler. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I found a little nugget that I wanted to share with you. This will be short and sweet. It's in 1 John 4:17. Hey Ron, hey buddy. And it says, all of our translations, mostly I would say, all the ones I've seen, says, as he is, so are we in this world. But if you dig into the Greek, you will not find he, and you will not find we. It does not say, so are we in this world. And it does not say, as he is. It says, in the Greek, it says, just as the one, it actually says the one out there, out yonder. So just as the one and only being, there can only be one, in the Aramaic is Allaha, the one and only being. Just as this one and only being that you thought was out yonder, only way out there, just as this one. And then it goes on, and it does not say so are we. It uses this Greek word ego, which is I. So just as the one, I exist, or I am, as the world. It's all pointing to the same thing. Just as the one is all things, so am I. I exist as all things. We are one. Just as the Hindu says, Namaste, the Christ or the light or the life in me acknowledges and accepts the Christ or the life or the light in you. We are one. The Christ or the higher conscious life energy that fills all things and holds all things in stability, that is within and also without, that stands behind every living being. And let me define living beings. It's everything. Trees, grass, Mother Earth, the air, every living organism, not only in this universe, but in all universes. So 1 John 4:17 actually says, just as the one and only being, I, ego, I exist, or also I am, as the world, cosmos. What's John saying there? Could John have tapped in to this oneness that we are? Could John have been saying that we are one with and as all things seen and unseen? Could we have always been eternally one? Could we have been the light of life in the light source that transitioned through this light beam, this source of light that contained the light of life, that traveled through thought and idea, the formless, the form, or the expression and the form. So the light source traveled through this consciousness, the Christ, the Logos, the thought and idea of God in which we are, consciousness, moved through it, and just as in a prism, refracted and came forth as it, like when you send a light through a diamond or a prism, many lights come out, many forms, many crystallized formations, forms. This is what we are. We are crystals. Our entire makeup, it's crazy. Your bone structure, your water, you're all water, which is a liquid crystal that takes form and shape. In your glands, there's liquid and also solid crystals. It's the same thing the phones are made out of. So in 1 John 4:17, it doesn't, if we really break it down, it doesn't say as he is, so are we in this world. It says, just as the one, I, ego, I, also I exist. Or I exist, I am, as the world. So maybe as within, so without, as above, so below, as in heaven, so on earth, as in my awareness, consciousness, so without, so on earth. So is my experience. As I feel, so will I be. It's all pointing to the same thing, that we are, and there is only one and only one being that we call God. In the Aramaic, it's Allah, the one and only being. Thank you to my brother Steve Conover, who's turned me on to a lot of Aramaic. He's a lot more knowledgeable than I am with it. But Allah is the one and only being. The Christ is Kaya, conscious life energy. Conscious life energy. In the beginning, or in source, was the Word, or the Milta, which is the formless, the expression, and the form, all is one, which is us. The thought and idea of God, which is us. The Word embodying the thought and idea of God, which you are, the form. You aren't just the form, you're the formless, the breath, you're the thought and idea, consciousness, and the expression, and you're the form, you, as God in the earth. God is Christ, Christ is God, it's all one. The Spirit is breath, the very thought or the word, the thought and idea of God. That's why it says, be renewed in the spirit of your mind, in the breath, in the thought and idea of God. Come into alignment with this one thought, this one idea. Christ, conscious life energy is all. So in 1 John 4:17, it's actually stating that we are, and there is only one being. And we are that one being, and that one being is us. Oh, and I tell you, a great meditation, if you can still yourself and speak from within, consciously declare this over every cell within your being, and say, be still and know I am God. Just what John was saying in 4:17. John 1:4-17 says, just as the one, it actually says the one out yonder, or the one, just as the one and only being, I, the individual that I thought I was, I am the one and only being, as the world, as all. We're all connected. Love y'all. Have a great day. We're all equal. We're all connected. We're all one. We're all equal because there is one and only one being. The one and only being, God. In the Aramaic, it's Allah. And it says, in the beginning was the Word, in which we are, and the Word was looking through the face of God. The light of life in Him was in Him, looking out of source, possibly. And this Word that we've always been was God. It's in John 1:1. It's in the Bible. Was God. And if was God, is God, and will always be God. What was and is to come. Love you all. Christ manifesting in, through, and as you all, as humanity. That's why Jesus said it's a wonder if the Spirit bursts the flesh, the body, but it's a wonder of wonders if these bodies, this flesh births the Spirit, God. Peace. Have a great day.